But there was a time, let me tell you, where I couldn't get a lollipop finance. They were like, boo, put it back. You can't have it. There was a time where nobody would loan me money. There was a time where I couldn't get a credit card. Like, I couldn't get a $50 credit card. And I just got tired of my life being the way that it is. Hi guys, Gina Marie here. Welcome back to my channel. And today's topic is going to be how to stop being broke. So I'm going to be sharing 9 ways, in my opinion, that you can do to stop being broke and help yourself out of some financial situations. It's around the holiday time, so extra cash is going to come in handy. And I wanted to give you some tips on how you can put a little bit more money back into your wallet, into your savings account. So the first tip that I have is to shop on cashback sites. So one of my favorite sites that I shop on is Rakuten. I think that's how you say it. Rakuten. I think that's how you say it. So on Rakuten, what you do is you sign up on their website. It's free to sign up. And they have links to just about any online site that you want to shop on. So they have Walmart, Target, Belk, JCPenney, Bed Bath & Beyond, etc. And every month they have different percentages that they'll give back to you once you spend money with them. So some months it's 2%, 3%, 5%. Some months they'll have a bonus to where they'll give you a percentage of your total spent back, as well as $5, $10. But the good thing about it right now is if you sign up for Rakuten, you automatically get $40 once you have a qualifying purchase. So once you go on their website and sign up for their service, which is free, and you make a purchase, because you have to go to the Rakuten website, and then they will direct you to, let's say, Walmart, for instance. So they'll direct you to Walmart. You make your purchase through Walmart like you normally would. And then within a couple of days, you should have a credit on your Rakuten account for $40. And that's the sign up bonus that they have going on right now. And I believe that bonus ends on the 25th of December of this year. But once you sign up for it, you always get the benefits from it. So when I shop online, that's the first place that I go. I'm going to Rakuten. I'm going to see what their cashback percentage is for the websites that I want to purchase on. And then I just proceed from there to make my purchases. And then they'll give me my big fat check. And that's exactly what they call it. So once your purchases start adding up, your cashback starts adding up, they'll cut you a check every month for whatever the amount is that you're supposed to get back. So that's one way that you can save money, because that money that you're getting back, you can just add that to your checking account and then you don't have to worry about it. The next one is going to be cutting cable. Most of you probably already have cut the cord with cable. I have not. And your girl pays an insane amount of money for cable and internet. I don't know, call me old fashioned. I'm just not ready to cut the cord yet. But once I do, I'll just tell you, like, I'm paying $200 a month for cable and internet. That is absurd nowadays. And I don't even watch TV. Like, I work from home and I never turn my television on. I just think it's a sin or something to turn the television on during the daytime when you're supposed to be working. So I don't even turn my TV on in the daytime, and all I watch is CNN. So it's totally a waste of money, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. However, that is a good chunk of money that I could be saving every single month. So I do recommend that for you. I'm not ready to cut the cord just yet. And I'm pretty good on saving my pennies in other ways, but that's a good one. Cable, you can shop around for car insurance. You can shop around for your different phone plans. I would check with them. I used to work for Verizon years ago. Well, excuse me, not years ago. Last year, I quit my job. Anywho, but I worked for them for 11 years. So periodically they have different plans that come out that can save you money. And most people just get accustomed to paying whatever they're paying every single month, and they never check into their plan. So check into that, because whatever that savings could be, whatever that savings is, that could be money that you're saving towards your saving account. You're already used to spending the money, so just put it in a savings account, and that's a way for you to save money. The next one is to drive for Uber or DoorDash and save that money. So this one, to be honest, I tried it myself. So I never drove for Uber, but I did drive for DoorDash, and it was okay. I didn't have, I didn't have any problems with it, actually. I mean, it's pretty easy. So you have the app on your phone. The app makes a notification sound. It tells you which restaurant to go, and then it tells you, what home or business to deliver the food to. And so that money added up pretty quickly. When I did do it, I didn't do a whole lot. So I would make an extra $100 to $200 a week, and I would save that money. And so I know some drivers that make $500-$600 a week. Like, this is what they do. This is their full-time job besides their full-time job. And I mean, that money could add up pretty quickly. $500 a week for 4 weeks is $2,000, right? So that's definitely a way to fatten up your savings account, is to drive for one of those companies. And you're an independent contractor, so you can go to work whenever you want to. You can work as long as you want to, come back home when you want to. If you don't want to do it for 3 weeks, you don't have to do it for 3 weeks. So that's really, at your disposal whenever you want to make some extra money, and to take that money and to put it into an account to where you don't touch it, to go ahead and start your savings account if you don't have one. So if you have a car, and in some cities all you need is a bicycle, really. But I would check your city just to see what DoorDash options are available to you. And that's a great way to save some money really quickly. The next one I have is save your tips if you have like a service job. So I'm a cosmetologist. I know y'all say I'm everything. So let me just tell you, I'm a real estate agent, a cosmetologist, and I run 2 businesses. Very busy woman. However, I do still use my cosmetology license at a spa. I only work there twice, 2 days a week. And I do it because I love it. I don't know, it's just something about working in a spa. It just makes me happy. It makes me relax and zen, and it calms me down, and it gets me out the house, and I can go talk to people, and I don't have to sit here in my home working by myself all the time. Anywho, I tried saving my tips for 6 months without spending not $1 of my tips, just to see how fast tips add up. Because once you get a tip in your pocket, like what I used to do is that was my lunch money, or that was gas money to go home. That was before I did this experiment, and I was like, let me save my tips and just see how fast it added up. And in 6 months, I had like $1,500 in tips. That's a pretty good way to start a savings account. I mean, statistics say that most Americans can't cover a $500 emergency, more or less a $1,500 emergency, or $1,000 emergency. So just saving your tips, just put them in a jar, just save your tips, and just don't touch it at all. Just experiment with it and see how fast those things add up. So if you're a barber, if you're a cosmetologist, if you are a nail tech, I don't know, a concierge service, or valet, whatever you do for tips, whatever job that you have that you do for tips, just try saving your tips for a few months and just see how fast that adds up. And then go ahead and put that into a savings account and do not touch it. The key to all of this stuff is don't touch it unless you are about to get evicted, or your car is about to be repoed, or your lights are about to get turned off. Like, unless it's an extreme emergency, none of this is going to do you any good. If you continue to go in, you have to have the discipline to not touch the money in order to see the savings grow. The next one is going to be cut your subscription services. So I have Amazon, Hulu, Netflix. Lord, what else do I have? Audible. I don't even know. I have a bunch of subscription services. However, I do use all of those. But if I decided to cut any of those, like my Audible subscription, I want to say it's like $15 a month. I had Tidal, the music streaming service, and that was $10 a month. I did go ahead and cut that because with my cell phone plan, I got Amazon, with my cell phone plan, I got Apple Music for free. So I didn't need Tidal and Apple Music. I was paying for one and not paying for the other. So it just made sense for me to go ahead and cut Tidal and keep the Apple Music and still be able to enjoy streaming my music. So that's one thing that you can do, is just cut any of your subscription services that you're not using. Now, if you're getting benefit out of them, then I understand you keeping them. But that's also money that's just trickling out of your account. every month, and that money can add up. So the more money that you can keep into your account, no matter how small it is, small amounts add up. Remember that. The next one is a no-brainer, and it's pack lunch. So man, food is expensive nowadays, especially if you're trying to eat healthy. Like I went to the store the other day. Well, I went to Smoothie King and I wanted a smoothie. The smoothie's almost $10. I'm like, $10. So maybe I could have made a salad from the house and took that, and saved that $10. So pack your lunch whenever you can. That's going to save money, because you just don't realize you're paying for convenience. And if you're doing this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so $10, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's $30 a day. So that's going to add up. So just something as simple as packing your lunch can help out in big ways. I mean, an extra $150 in your savings account every week can go a long way. The next one I have is going to be pay off your lowest credit card. So this kind of goes into, I got this from Dave Ramsey actually. So he has something called the snowball method, and what you do with that is you pay off your lowest credit card, and whatever that monthly payment was, you take that monthly payment in addition to your next credit card's monthly payment, and you apply both of those payments to that credit card until it's paid off, and then you just move on to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. So what I say is you can pay off that credit card, and let's say your monthly payment on a credit card was $75 a month. That's how much you were paying to pay it off. So now you have an extra $75 because that card is now paid off. So take that $75. You can either do what he says and put it towards another credit card to pay that one off faster, or you can take that $75 and put it into your savings account, because you're already used to not having the $75. So it's not going to hurt you to put it either one place or the other. Either put it towards one of your credit cards and pay that one off, or put it towards your savings account and start building your emergency fund. He recommends an $1,000 emergency fund, and so you can do that. That's one way to start. So you can take that $75, put it in a savings account, get to your $1,000, and then once you get to the $1,000, then you can take that $75 and put it towards another credit card and continue to pay that off. So you could do it all kinds of ways. I mentioned in my last video that I took pointers from Dave Ramsey, Susie Orman, and Robert Kiyosaki. He wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. So I took all of their methods and I just kind of made it mine. I customized it to accomplish whatever goals I wanted to. So when I wanted to pay off my credit cards, I did exactly what Dave Ramsey said do. I paid off one credit card, took that money plus the next card's payment, and I applied both of those payments until that was done, and I paid off all my credit cards that way. But in the meantime, if I didn't have $1,000 saved up, what I would do first is save the $1,000. So I would take that $75, save the $1,000 first. That way you have an emergency fund in case something has happened while you're paying your other bills off. At least have that money. And listen, when you have $1,000 in the bank, you breathe a lot easier. Because it's very stressful to know if anything came up. You have to either put the money on, put it on a credit card, or go borrow from family and friends, or go get some crazy payday loan with an insane interest rate. Having a little bit of money in the bank and never touching it lets you breathe a little bit more easier, that you can cover something and not have to reach from an outside source to help you get through whatever it is. It's just that you have to have the discipline to keep it there. It does not matter how much money you make. It matters how much money you can save. Somebody told me this a while back. I don't know where I got this quote from. I have no idea who said it, but it made sense to me. And they said, it's the world's job to take money out of your pocket. It's your job to keep it in your pocket. And that, if that ain't the truth, I don't know what is. That's exactly what all these businesses are doing. It's their job to take as much money out of your pocket as they can so they can put it in their pocket. Your job, however, is not to spend the money trying to look like the Joneses. Your job is actually to save as much money as you can, so that will allow you to be able to do other things in the future. But that saying really stuck with me. And every time I go and think about a huge purchase, I just think about it like it's their job to try to get me. It's the man. He's trying to get me. He's trying to take my money. We ain't gonna let him take my money. I don't need your services, sir. I can do without it. But sometimes, I mean, you can't live in a world without spending money, obviously. But you can spend smart. And so that's what I try to do. Like, I wanted this bag for a long time. It was a YSL Yves Saint Laurent bag. I wanted that bag for so long, and it was $2,500, and I wanted it and wanted it and wanted it and wanted it, and when I couldn't buy it, oh my God, I was yearning for that bag. Ask me, do I have that bag now? I ain't going to give it either. Don't make sense. I'd rather have Kate Spade. It's only $100. Same thing. I don't have to have it. You have to make smart choices. Now, I'm not saying anything against the brand. I love the brand. I love the quality. I love their bags. I really do. I just don't love them taking that money out of my pocket. So I can't do it. On to the next one. So the next one that I have is maximize your 401k. That's very, very important. Even if you don't think that you're going to stay on a job that you're staying on for that long, do not leave free money on the table. If your company is matching your let me tell you something. If your company is matching your 401k, take it. I don't care if it's 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, whatever it is. Take that match, because that is free money. And you never know what you might need your 401k for down the line. Right? So I'm going to get into how to use your 401k effectively without all the penalties and fees. There is a way to do these things. So if you can maximize, I would highly recommend maximizing your 401k match. Because whatever your company is matching, that is free money, and nobody wants to leave free money on the table. I remember when I worked at Verizon, there was a young man, and he didn't have a 401k. He had been there for 3 or 4 years, and he was like, I'm not going to have a 401k because I'm not going to retire from here. I'm not going to stay here that long. That's beside the point. It doesn't matter how long you're going to stay there. Change your perspective. What you're missing is 2, 3, 4 years of free money from this company matching your 401k. And when you leave, you can take that with you. Why give up free money? If you putting in $100 and they putting in $50 or whatever your match is, why give up free money? It doesn't cost you anything to have a 401k. It's your money, whether you take it today, tomorrow, or whenever you retire. It just doesn't make sense to work for a company that's giving you free money and you're not signing up for it because you don't feel like you're going to retire from there. That's not the point. The point is these people trying to give you their money, so take it. It's not going to hurt anybody. So maximize your 401k. There's a lot of things you can do with a 401k, including take money out of it without penalties to put down on a home. So always take that company match for sure. And the number one thing that I feel is a perfect way to save money, and this comes from a lot of books, even the Bible, I believe, actually, now that I think about it. But one of my favorite books is Richest Man in Babylon, and so it came from there. So it was one of the rules of money, and it saved 10% of everything that you earn. Take it from your side hustle. Take 10% from your taxes. Take 10% from Christmas bonuses, from whatever type of bonuses. Take 10% from your commission. Take 10% from everything that you bring into your house as far as income. Take 10% from that. Keep the 90% and do whatever you want to do with the 90 cents. But 10%, that 10%, you need to be able to pay yourself first. That is how you stop being broke. And that is also how you pay your bills and keep money into your pocket. You have got to pay yourself first. You do it in the wrong order. That's why at the end of the week or month, you feel like you don't have any money to save because you've paid all your bills. No. You can still pay your bills and take that 10% out, because believe it or not, 10% ain't going to make you or break you. Not one 10% by itself. It's not going to do that. What you have to do is you have to take the 10% off. So if you make $1,000 a week, make $1,000 a week just for easy math. Take 10%. 10% is only $100. That's all it is. Take that 10% and put that somewhere where you will not touch it. Do not touch it. That's the key to not being broke, is to stop spending what you're saving. So you take the 10% before you pay the rent, before you pay the mortgage, before you pay the credit cards. And I know I'm sounding crazy, but listen, follow me on this. Before you pay any of those bills, take 10% and put that up and do not touch it. The next thing I would do is I would pay my rent or my mortgage. Pay that. Utilities, a phone bill, those things, if you don't have enough money after you put your 10% up and after you've paid your mortgage or your rent, and then your car, pay your car too, because you got to have a way to get back and forth to work. If you ain't got no car, don't worry about that. Just pay the rent and pay the mortgage. After, listen to me, after you pay yourself, you pay you first. Then you pay your rent or your mortgage, then your car. But your utilities, if you have to make an arrangement on them, listen, I was the arrangement queen. Okay. I live in South Carolina. SCE&G, when I did not have it, I was on the phone with them every 2 weeks. Listen, I ain't got it. I'm going to send y'all $50 and that's all I got. And I'm going to pay y'all $50 next 2 weeks. I told them when I was going to pay it and I paid it. At the same time, I was saving my money. Now, listen, this is how I do it now. Okay, this is right now, today, 2020, Regina. Don't do that. I don't do it. Thank God I don't have to. But what I'm telling you is I did. When I did, right? I had to call the phone people. I'm like, listen, I was the phone people. It's a crazy thing. I work for Verizon, but I still had to call them like, listen, I'm paying y'all on whatever day. And I made sure that I paid them on that day. There are ways for you to get out of your situation. You just have to know, the rules of the game in order to win it. You have to use certain situations in your favor to put yourself into a better situation. So I'm not saying pay everybody late. I'm saying there's an order in the way that you need to do things. You definitely need to pay yourself first. Second, you need to make sure you have shelter, so you have to pay rent or mortgage. And if that's all you got right there, then just pay that, and then get in the next week or the next 2 weeks, whenever you get paid, then you work your situation out from that week. But you've already secured the most important things, you and your home. The car, you can make an arrangement on the car. The light bill, the water bill, everything else, you can make an arrangement. Those utility companies will work with you as long as you keep your promise and tell them when you are going to pay. I use my planner like it was my own personal Bible. And that's how I was able to keep up. Okay, so I told the light people I was going to pay them on this day. And I told the water people I was going to pay them on this day. So I need to make sure that my finances line up with this. Now, when I got paid the next time, I didn't give it all to the light people or the water people. I still took my 10% out, and then I went and I paid them. That was my routine. I took my 10% out, I paid everybody. I took my 10% out, I paid everybody. That is how you can pay your bills and still save your 10%. But you have to make it a priority to pay yourself, because life will happen. Things will happen. Emergencies, they definitely will happen. And you need to be able to get yourself out of those situations without going to an outside source, because an outside source is going to cost you interest. That's more money. So take the 10%, put that 10% up. It's a discipline. It takes some work. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take some work, but you can do it. You have to deny yourself instant gratification to see the bigger picture at the end, right? You don't want to be one of these people who can buy what they want and beg for what they need. You don't want to do that. That makes no sense. Nobody cares about your finances but you. I'm gonna just be honest. They just do not. You don't have to keep up with this person, that person, this person, that person. And if you're in a situation or a financial bind, you can always come out of it. It's not the end of the world. But it's going to take some discipline for you to come out of it. And the number one way to do that is to start saving money wherever you're at in the world, wherever you are financially, whatever job that you have. You can do it. Small amounts add up to big amounts if you don't touch them. The only way to touch them is an extreme emergency. Not because Cousin Keisha need to borrow $100 to the next week. No. Tell Cousin Keisha I do not have access to my funds at the moment. Guess what? Cousin Keisha gonna find somebody else to get that $100 from, because she need it and she gonna get it for somebody. Gonna give it to her, but it ain't gonna be you. And it's fine to do that. You have got to save yourself. You got to put the mask on your face before you can put it on somebody else's face. I'm not giving Cousin Keisha my $100, my last $100. I'm not giving her my last $100, because when I go to Cousin Keisha and ask her for $100, she ain't got it, boo. She ain't got it. So you got to save yourself. So 10%. Put your 10% up. Keep it there until it's an extreme emergency. And once you get out of your debt, once you get out of these different situations, once you do the things that you need to do properly financially, then that's when you can take the 10% and start investing. Start investing in the business. Start investing in real estate. Start investing in this. Start investing in that. But we'll get into that. That'll be another video. We'll get into what to do with your savings once you have taken care of your primary responsibilities and have put yourself in a better place financially. I'm making a video to help others, because I was in a financial situation for a very, very long time. There was a time, let me tell you, where I couldn't get a lollipop finance. They were like, boo, put it back. You can't have it. There was a time where nobody would loan me money. There was a time where I couldn't get a credit card. Like, I couldn't get a $50 credit card. And I just got tired of my life being the way that it is. And last year, I was able to leave my job of 11 years, start my businesses, and I have not looked back. And so I desperately want to share this information and make it easier for somebody else, because it is hard out there for a pimp. Listen, honey, I get it. It's hard. The world can be so hard sometimes and so rude, and just don't have no manners like it. But if that's your perspective on the world, then that's what's going to come. I had to change my perspective as well. I had to change my mindset and stop saying that. Matter of fact, the video that you need to watch before you even watch this video is the first video on how to stop being broke, because this is supposed to be 10. I was supposed to have 10 tips here, but that first one was it's just so monumental, and I'm going to link it. This is the next video that you should watch if you're watching them out of order. If you're watching this one first, then there's a video that comes before this, and it tells you how to stop being broke, dealing with your mindset. So please, please, please watch that video, because that video alone is going to change your life in every way, not just financially. In every single way, it will change your life. So I ask God to be blessed so that I could bless others. And in my perspective of blessing others is to bless others with knowledge. As usual, whatever I say, take it with a grain of salt. Do your own research. I am not a professional financial anything. I am sharing my personal experiences with you and what worked for me. Now, what worked for me may not work for you. However, if you use it in some type of combination that I'm saying, it's probably going to work. So please share this video with someone that you think can benefit from it. Please, please, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video and tell me in the comments, what do you guys do to save money? I want to use this platform to just share information on what you can do to try to get out of situations, financial situations, and to help each other. And YouTube was a big part of why I am the person I am now. So I want to give back to people, because I receive so much good information watching these videos. So I want to share my personal experiences as well. As usual, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Ta-ta for now.